guys, today we are going to review the movie The Goonies that came in 1985. Let's talk about its full movie review and its fact compilation. So let's start with introduction. The Goonies is below 1980s, adventurous, comedy film directed by Richard Donner and produced by Steven Spielberg. Since its release in 1985, it has become a cultural touchstone for generations of fans. Celebrated for its nostalgic portrayal of childhood friendship, the daring adventure humor, and treasure hunting escapades. And if we talk about the film, captures the spirit of childhood adventure, emphasizing themes of bravery, loyalty, and perseverance. Its memorable characters, iconic scenes, and adventurous tone have cemented its status as a timeless family classic. And if we talk about historical and cultural context, the 1980s adventure film boom. During the 1980s, adventure and family films flourished, often blending action, humor, and heartwarming moments. The Goonies fits into this trend, appealing to both children and adults with its mix of humor, danger, and camaraderie. If you talk about Steven Spielberg influence is evident in the film's storytelling style, emphasizing youthful protagonists facing extraordinary challenges. The film was part of a wave of nostalgic films that celebrated childhood innocence and adventure. The origins of the Goonies was inspired by a story written by Steven Spielberg, who envisioned a group of kids embarking on a treasure hunt. The screenplay was developed by Chris Columbus into infuse the story with humor, action, and heartfelt moments. The film was shot primarily in Astoria, Oregon, capturing the rugged coastline and scenic landscape that became central to its adventurous atmosphere. And if we talk about production timeline and challenges, filming began in 1984 and wrapped in 1985. The production faced challenges such as coordinating complex stunt sequence, facial effects, and working with young actors. Despite the technical hurdles, the film's energetic direction and Spielberg's creative influence brought the story vividly to life. If we talk about plot summary and breakdown, The Goonies follows a group of misfit kids from the fictional town of Astoria, Oregon, who discover an ancient treasure map leading to the lost pirate gold of one-eyed Willie. Their request to find the treasure is fraught with danger, booby traps, and rival criminals. And if we talk about Act 1, the Goonies world and the discovery. And if we talk about the Goonies world and the discovery, the Goonies are nickname for the kids are a group of friends facing impending homelessness due to their town's redevelopment plans. The kids multiple some data Mouse front stiff and Andy discover a hidden map in Mike's category will reveal the location of the one-eyed Billy's treasure. The group decide to pursue the treasure to save their homes and solve the mystery of the legendary pirates' loot. If we talk about Act 2, the adventure begins an obstacle. The Goonies navigate underground tunnels, caves, and booby traps, encountering various dangers. Meanwhile, the Fritter family, a group of criminals led by Mama Fritter, are also after the treasures and pursue the kids' key scenes, including the clever use of Data's invention, Chung's humorous moments, and the gang's teamwork. If we talk about Act 3, the treasure and the escape, the kids confront traps, soldiers, and outwit the fertile. The climax involves a tense showdown where the treasure vault where they manage to find the loot and escape. The film ends with the kids celebrating their victory and securing their friendship with the treasure, providing a way to save their town. If we talk about main character and actors, Mickey Walsh, Astin, the optimistic, brave leader of the Goonies who dreams of adventure and protecting his friends. His heartfelt determination guides the group through perilous situations. If you talk about Sunk Jeff Cohen, the lovable comedic character known for his humorous confession and memorable lines. like Truffle Shuffle, his vulnerability and loyalty make him a fan favorite. If we talk about data, Wilson Kikwan, the inventive resourceful kid who uses homemade gadgets to help the team. His inventions often save the day. Then add comic relief if we talk about mouth for a film. The witty talkative member who provides comic relief and subtle, known for his humorous pun and slang. Peter Brand, Josh Brolin, the slightly rebellious, protective older brother figure who is brave but sometimes hesitant. We talk about Andy Head, Calvin, the love interest and the only girl in the main group. Brave and resourceful without stress. Martha Plimpton, the fashionable, confident girl who shares a bond with Andy. If we talk about Mama Fertile, Anne Ramsey, the ruthless, intimidating villain leading the Fertile gang, her menacing presence and memorable lines makes her one of the most iconic villains of the era. If we talk about Sloth Zone, Matizak, gentle misunderstood giant who befriend the kids after a series of humorous and touching moments. His character symbolizes innocence and kindness amid shows our themes and message. Friendship and loyalty, the core of the film, emphasizing teamwork, trust, and standing by one another. Bravery and courage, the kids face danger, barely learning to overcome fears and challenges. Talk about adventure and exploration, celebrate curiosity, discover, and the feel of adventure. If we talk about overcoming adversity, the kids' determination reflects resilience in the face of present social challenges. If we talk about family, community, the importance of family bonds and protecting one's community. If we talk about ironically, I the truffle shuffle by some humorous and memorable dance. The movie traps and puzzles inside the caves of one-eyed Willie showcasing ingenuity, sloth, gentle friendship with the kids, the chase sequence with the Fatal Gang, the treasure vault, revealed with gold, jewels, and pirate artifacts. The final effects from the shipwrecked pirate ship symbolizing triumph over danger. If we talk about musical and soundtrack highlights, the Goonies is not a musical but feature a few memorable songs and a compelling score that enhances the adventure. The soundtrack includes nostalgic 1980s pop, rock, and instrumental cues that heighten tension and excitement. Notable tracks include Goonies Are Good Enough by Sandy Looper, not featured in the main film but associated with the franchise, and this cause adventure themes. We talk about cinematic style and technical aspect. The film combines practical effect, miniature, and stunt work to create thrilling action sequences. The underground tunnels and pirate ship scenes were shot on location and enhanced with innovative camera work. The film tone balance humor, suspense, and heartfelt moments appealing to a broad audience. If we talk about behind the scene and drive, Steven Spielberg was heavily involved as a producer, shaping much of the story and tone. The film was shot in Astoria, Oregon, using real locations that added authenticity. The truffle shuffle was performed by Jeff Cohen, who improvised it. The character of Sloth was played by wrestler and football player John Matsuzak. The Fragile family hideout was a real cave system in Oregon. The film's original ending was darker, but a more optimistic ending was chosen to appeal to family audience. If we talk about cultural impact and legacy, the Goonies has become a defining film of the 1980s, inspiring countless references in popular cultural memes and parodies. It's a staple of childhood adventure movies and has inspired video games, comic films, comic books, TV series, adaptation, themes, park, attraction, fashion, and merchandise, tracker memes, and pop culture reference. Slots, hey you guys, Casper is iconic. The truffle shuffle is a popular meme. The phrase "Goonies never say die" encapsulates resilience and loyalty. Influence on features, films, and media. The Goonies influenced many adventure films, family and stories emphasizing friendship and adventure, including Stranger Things. It's often pays homage to its themes and aesthetics. We talk about additional fun and trivia facts. The shipwrecked pirate ship scene was filmed on the Oregon coast. The movie's original script was other but Spielberg insisted on the more upbeat tone. The one-eyed Willy character was inspired by pirate legends and stories. The film was a box office hit, grossing over 61 million worldwide, becoming a financial success. The character name and traits were inspired by classic adventure stories and pirate lore. If we talk about conclusion, why the Goonies remains a beloved classic, the Goonies endures because it captures the essence of childhood imagination, adventure, friendship, and bravery. It's a blade of humor, suspense, and heart makes it a timeless film that appeals to multiple generations. It reminds us that with courage and loyalty, even the most daunting challenge can be overcome, and that true treasure is found in friendship and memories. Let's talk about more. We talk about the Goonies 1985, the ultimate, most exhaustive, lengthiest movie review and fact compilation. If we talk about introduction, enduring cultural phenomenon of ancient friendship, the Goonies is a film that has preceded its era to become a beloved classic of culture touchstone of childhood, adventure, friendship, and daring exploration. Released in 1985 and directed by Richard Donner, producer by Steven Spielberg, and written by Chris Columbus, the film has become iconic part of pop culture history. Its appeal lies in its perfect blend of humor, suspense, heartwarming moments, and nostalgic storytelling. It celebrates the spirit of childhood bravery and camaraderie, capturing the imagination of audience young and old for nearly a decades. Chicago historical and cultural context, the Hunted adventure family film in the cultural climate of the 1980s. The 1980s was a vibrant decade marked by technological innovation, economic growth, and a cultural shift toward individualism. We talk about the cultural climate of the 1980s. The 1980s was a vibrant decade marked by technological innovation, economic growth, and a cultural shift toward individual and adventure family adventure films flourished, often emphasizing themes of resilience, friendship, and youthful heroism. Directors like Steven Spielberg dominated the scene with films that appeal to broad audience, blending spectacle with heartfelt storytelling. The Goonies fits squarely into this cultural landscape, embodying the thrill of exploration and adventure through eyes of children. It was a film designed to evoke nostalgia for childhood curiosity while providing exciting entertainment for families. The origins and development of the Goonies history were conceived by Steve Spielberg, who was inspired by his own childhood adventure and the idea of a band of kids embarking on a treasure hunt. Spielberg's influence is evident in the film's emphasis on youthful protagonist adventure and the fantastical element of pirate lore. Screenwriter Chris Columbus was tasked with transforming Spielberg's conflict if we talk about production timeline and challenges. Filming took place primarily in Astoria, Oregon, starting in 1980s and concluding in 1985. The production involved complex set construction, special effects, and stunts. Challenges faced include coordination, coordinating large-scale action sequences, working with the cast of young actors, and creating convincing pirate traps and underground environment. The film production team aimed to craft an authentic, immersive experience that combined practical effects with innovative camera work, all while maintaining a sense of wonder and excitement. In-depth plot and narrative breakdown. The Goonies follow the group of misfit kids from the fictional coastal town of Astoria, Oregon, who stumble upon a mysterious treasure map leading to the legendary pirate One-Eyed Willie's. Their quest to find the treasure become a series of dangerous adventures riddled with booby traps, rival criminals, and personal growth. If we talk about the problem and its discovery, the film with the Goonies making some mouth, grand step, and handy facing committed action as the town's redevelopment plans returns their homes. The kids discover a hidden map in Mikey's attic, revealing the location of One-Eyed Willie's treasure hidden deep within the cave beneath. Due to were driven by desire to save their homes and fueled by curiosity and adventures, they form a plan to find the treasure. We talk about Act 2, the quest and encounters. The Goonies navigate underground to near secret caves and pirate traps is designed to protect the treasure. The encountered numerous obstacles, including falling into pits, pacifying girls, avoiding deadly booby traps, and fighting off the fertile gang. Mountain Hassan, Sheikh, and Francis, also known as Sloth and their companion. If we talk about the kids use ingenuity, teamwork, and data inventing gadgets such as the cloaking device and irresistible trap to outwit their enemies and progress through the treacherous tunnels. Sloth, the gentle giant, become an unlikely ally after a series of humorous and emotional moments, symbolizing innocence and kindness. If we talk about the treasure and final showdown, this is the treasure world filled with gold, jewels, and pirate artifacts, but must confront the fatalities in a tense showdown. The chase culminates in a daring escape from the pirates' shipwreck, with the kids overcoming their fears and working together. The film includes with the kids celebrating their victory, saving the town, and reaffirming their yes and working together. The film concludes with the kids celebrating their victory, saving the town, and reaffirming their friendship. It's the treasure providing means to restore their community. If we talk about main character and actors profile, Mickey was seen as the brave, optimistic leader whose determination drives the group. Mike's the emotional core embodying of resilience and a spirit of adventure. His unwavering belief that Goonies never say die become a really cry figure for son Jeff Cohen. The lovable Timmy biggest kid whose comic moment and kindness make him a fan favorite. His truffle shuffle dance is one of the most memorable scenes, symbolizing humility and courage. We talk about data. Jonathan Kevin Khan, the inventive, resourceful kid with a knack for gadget and Bobby booby trap solution. His invention, like the clocking device, showcase his ingenuity, the ending comic relief. If we talk about mouth, Corey Feldman, the quick-witted, slang-speaking member who often provides humorous commentary. He delivered a sharp tone and comic flavor and tension to the crew. Peter Brand, Brolin, the slightly rebellious older brother detective and brave who struggles with self-confidence. His character develops as he learns to trust his instincts. If we talk about Andy, Carrigan, resourceful and brave girl who is also the love interest of Mikey. She proves her courage and loyalty throughout the adventure. We talk about Steph Martha Plimpton, the fashionable, confident girl with witty personality. She forms a close bonds with Auntie and demonstrates bravery. Talk about Mama's Little and Ramsey, the roots and crash managing villains with a fierce temper and intimidating presence. Her interaction with the kids high in the film. Tension. We talk about Sloth John. What's a gentle child with a kind heart, misunderstood by others who ultimately becomes a hero. His memorable line, "Hey you guys," and his friendship with Chunk symbolize innocence and acceptance. If we talk about themes and message, explore. If we talk about friendship and loyalty, the core of the film, telling that friendship can outcome fear, danger, and adversity. Courage and bravery, the kids confront their youth and face bravely, learning that true heroes lies in resilience. Talk about adventure and exploration. Service, curiosity, discovery, and the joy of exploration. Overcoming adversity, the children as they demonstrate that even mistakes can be heroic. If we talk about family and community, the importance of protecting loved ones and fighting for your community is featured. If we talk about memorable scenes and iconic moments, Chunk's truffles fall dance, which had become a pop culture staple. The movie Trap during the cave, including the razor blades and collapsing tunnels, slows heartfelt friendship with the kids, especially his vibrant "Hey you guys" line. The chase sequence through the tunnel showcasing clever escapes and teamwork. The treasure vault filled with gold, jewels, and pirate relics. The final escape from the pirate shipwreck symbolizes triumph over danger. The heartfelt ending where the kids celebrate their victory and reaffirm their friendship. If, if we talk about magical and soundtrack highlights, the Goonies is more of an adventure film with minimal musical numbers, but its score and soundtrack perfectly evoke air and tone. The score, composed by Dave Grusin, Hyun's tension during chase and moment of discovery. The film features 1980s pop and rock tracks that evoke nostalgia, though not as a musical but as background and thematic elements. The Goonies are good enough song by Sandy Lauper associated with the franchise captures the youthful energy. If we talk about cinematic style and technical aspects, the film employs practical effects, miniatures, and stunt work to create thrilling sequences like cave traps and shipwreck scenes. Creative camera angles, quick cuts, and lighting accentuate the mystery and danger. Talk about special effects were innovative for the time, including the use of models and practical explosions, the underground tunnels and pirate ship scene utilized real location and set construction, adding authenticity. And if we talk about behind the scene and trivia, Steven Spielberg was heavily involved, shaping much of the story and more. The film was shot on location in Astoria, Oregon, using hill caves and the coastal scenery. The truffle shuffle was performed by Jeff Cohen, who improvised parts of the dance. The character of Sloth was played by wrestler, football player John Mesa, who brought a gentle, humorous touch. The Fritter was real cave system adding authenticity. The original ending was dark and but Spielberg insisted on a more optimistic conclusion suitable for family. The film was a modest box office success but gained a massive following through home videos and cable broadcasts. We talk about cultural impact and legacy. The Goonies is one of the most influential adventure films of all time. If we talk about inspiring countless other movies, TV shows, and media. If we talk about memes and pop culture references, slots, hey you guys, catchphrase has become iconic. Chunks, shuffle is a popular meme and costume. The phrase Goonies never say die, symbolizing resilience and loyalty. The film's imagery, words, and scenes are frequently parodied and referenced. If we talk about inspiration for future media, the film inspired the 2016 TV series Goonies, though short-lived. It influenced movies like Stranger Things, which mimics its themes, aesthetics, and storytelling. The adventure genre owes much to the film's blend of humor, suspense, and heartfelt moments. If we talk about tourism and legacy, the real location in Astoria region attracts tourists from around the world. The shipwreck scene on the Oregon coast remains a popular landmark. The film's merchandise, collectibles, and memorabilia continues to be highly sought after. If we talk about fun, intrigue, facts, and trivia, the supple was performed by Jeff Cohen, who improvised parts of it. The shipwrecked pirate ship is a real wreck called the Goonies ship. On the origin cost, the film costume design accurately reflects 1980s fashion but also incorporates pirates and adventure themes. The character of Sloth was inspired by a real person who was a gentle giant. The film's success have launched careers for several young actors, especially Josh Brolin and Corey Feldman. The film was initially met with mixed reviews but gained popularity through home video releases. The One-Eye Willie pirate legend was inspired by this real pirate story and matched the film's tagline. The kids who find it are the kids who kept it encapsulate its themes. We talk about in-depth analysis and thematic exploration. First, talk about themes of friendship, faith, and loyalty. The core of the Goonies is the unbreakable bond of friendship. The kids face dangers that test their loyalty, trust, and bravery, ultimately proving that friendship can conquer any obstacle. And if we talk about the Goonies, the most extensive, lengthiest, in-depth movie review and fact compilation ever. If we again start with introduction, a timeless adventure that captivated generations, the Goonies is not just a film. Uh, uh, it's a phenomenon that has persisted in the cultural consciousness since its release. In 1985, a quintessential adventure comedy, it combines the magic of childhood dreams with the thrill of treasure hunts. It will, sorry for late, it will, and if we talk about directed by Richard Donner, produced by Steven Spielberg, and penned by Chris Columbus, The Goonies has become a cultural cornerstone, inspiring countless homages, parodies, and references in popular media. Its enduring appeal lies of cultural connection, inspiring countless homage parodies and references in popular media. Its enduring appeal lies in its universal themes: courage, loyalty, curiosity, and idea that anyone can be hero regardless of size or background. If we talk about historical and cultural context, the 1980s adventure and family films era, the 1980s cultural landscape. The 1980s was an era of innovation in film with the surge in blockbuster. talk about the 1980s cultural landscape, the 1980s was an era of innovation film with a surge in blockbuster family films and adventure stories that appeal to broad audiences. Spielberg's influence was particularly strong, emphasizing optimism, adventure, and relatable young heroes. Films like E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Indiana Jones, and Stand By Me set the tone for a generation eager for stories of exploration and friendship. The Goonies emerged as part of this wave, capturing the imagination of children and adults, emphasizing themes of daring expression, overcoming adversity, and the importance of friendship. We talk about the origins and development of the film. Steven Spielberg conceived the story as a reflection of his own childhood obsession with treasure hunt and adventure stories. The idea was to create a film that combined the thrill of an Indiana Jones style twist with the relatable dynamics of a group of kids. We talk about the screenwriter Chris Columbus was brought to and to develop the screenplay, transforming Spielberg's idea into a detailed script filled with humor, danger, and heart. The script was revised multiple times to balance the suspense with comedy and to ensure the characters felt authentic and engaging. If we talk about production challenges and innovations, filming took place in 1984 to 85 in Astoria, origin a coastal town that provided authentic scenery for the underground caves. We talk about pirate shipwreck and so launching. The production involved complex practical effect, stunt sequence, and set construction, including the infamous pirate ship and movie trap case. We talk about the production faced challenges such as coordinating stunts involving fire, falling debris, and traps, as well as working with a cast of young actors with varying levels of experience. Despite these hurdles, the team created a vibrant, immersive world that combined real location with special effect. We talk about the plot in which detail of treasure hunt for the ages. The Goonies is a layered adventure with multiple elements working together to create a compelling story has an extended detail. If we talk about Act 1, setting on the film begins with a voiceover from Mike Wells, stabilizing the town of Astoria and the impending threat of redevelopment that will displace the kids' homes. If we talk about the Goonies are Introduce Mikey, the optimistic leader, Chunk, the comic relief. The Data, the inventive genius, Mouth, the sarcastic talker, Brand, the rebellious older brother, Steph, the sassy girl, and Andy, the love interest. The kids discover a hidden map in Mikey's attic, revealing the potential location of one-eyed Wiley's treasure. A legendary pirates loot hidden deep beneath the town. The motivation is clear. They want to find the treasure to save their homes and prove their bravery. We talk about Act 2, the adventure unfolds. We talk about Act 2, the adventure unfolds. The kids set off on their quest, navigating through underground tunnels, secret caves, and pirate traps. Talk about data gadgets such as the cloaking device and Chang's humorous antics provide comic relief. While their teamwork and ingenuity progress the story. The Fratelli family enters as the main protagonist. Mama Freda, the ruthless, mysterious her sons, Jax and Finchay, and their handsome. If we talk about the Fratellis are chasing the kids to recover the treasure and escape the law, adding tension and danger to the story. If we talk about the challenges and escapades, the kids encounter numerous booby traps, including razor sharp blades, collapsing tunnel, and riddles that must be solved to move forward. If we talk about it, as we have the kids evade danger such as the glue trap, the immobile, the Fratellis, or a makeshift periscope. If we talk about Chang's confession scene where he admits to his chubby tendencies and gets captured, adds humor and emotional depth. If we talk about Sloth, introduction assigned who initially feared but ultimately become a loyal friend. His gentle nature and humorous interaction with Chunk and other create a touching subplot. We talk about the kid Decipher the pirate's clue, unlock secret doors, and navigate the pirate shipwreck, culminating in the discovery of the treasure. Repeat over the climax and resolution. The final confrontation occurs at the treasure vault with the Britain captured or thwarted and the kids securing the route. A tense chase ensues with the kids escaping through collapsing tunnels and onto pirate shipwreck. The treasure is used to help save their town, and the bonds of friendship are Reaffirm the film closes with a joyful celebration, emphasizing that true pleasure resides in friendship and bravery. If we talk about deep dive into character and performance, then Michael is seen as in the heart of the film. Michael Moody's hope and leadership, his unwavering belief in adventure and Goonies never say die mantra inspired his friend. His character arc involving learning to trust others and accept that heroism is about perseverance. So if we talk about Jack no, global comic relief with a big heart, famous for his truffle and humorous confession, his emotional moment with the he admits his fears and flows adds depth. If we talk about data generation, Queen, the inventive genius whose gadgets save the day. His character showcases creativity and resourcefulness. His storyline emphasizes that intelligence and ingenuity are powerful tools. Target mouth Garfield when the witty, street smart member who often insult but ultimately provide comic relief with sharp slang filled dialogue. His character growth to understand the importance of loyalty with our brand Josh Brolin. The older brother figure initially reluctant but proves brave. His development shows the internal conflict and eventual courage. We talk about Andy, Cherry Green, the brave, resourceful girl who defies stereotypes. Her relationship with Mikey and her bravery in danger are key plot points. If we talk about Step, Martha Plimpton, the confident and sassy girl who provides humor and strength, forms a close bond with Andy. If we talk about Mama, fertile and Adam's the villainess with the fierce presence embodying when her interaction with the kids elevate the tension and stakes. Douglas slows on much of the misunderstand the entire hero. His gentle nature and memorable lines makes him an instant icon. we talk about themes and underlying message, the power of friendship and loyalty. The film emphasizes that true friends support each other through thick and thin. Talk about courage and overcoming fear. Every character faces personal fears and their leads to growth. If we talk about curiosity and exploration, the importance of curiosity and discovery and pathway to growth, perseverance and resilience. The kids persistent and discover that the setbacks are just part of the journey. We talk about memory and community. Standing up for loved ones and fighting for the community's well-being. We talk about iconic scene and sequence. Chunks, triple shuffle or dance that has become a cultural meme, symbolizing Chunks' loyalty and humor. The pirate ship scene, the climate escape full of tension and excitement, close friendship. Scene the Parliament where sloth the kid, symbolizing acceptance, the hidden riddles, the pirate crews and puzzle which challenge the kid's intelligence, the treasure world filled with gold, shells and pirate artifacts, representing the culmination of the adventure, the final escape. The race around the collapsing tunnels and pirate ship, emphasizing teamwork and bravery. The soundtrack is so while Goonies is not a musical, it's score composed by Dava Grishin heightened the sense of adventure and suspense. The soundtrack features energetic and heritage pop and rock that evoke nostalgia. The score enhances dramatic moment with themes emphasizing heroism, friendship, and discovery. If we talk about notable tracks, include Goonies are Good Enough by Sandy Upper, which became associated with the franchise, capturing youthful energy. We talk about cinematic style and techniques. The film's use of practical effects, nature and real locations creates an immersive environment. Creative camera angles, quick cuts and lighting accentuate tension during trap sequence. The underground tunnels and pirate ship scenes were filmed on location, adding authenticity The use of humor, suspense, and emotion creates a balanced tone appealing to all ages. We talk about behind the scene and trivia. Steven Spielberg's involvement as producer shaped much of the story and tone. The real case in origin added authenticity to the underground sequence. To talk about behind the scene and trivia, Steven Spielberg's involvement as producer shaped much of the story and tone. The real case in origin added authenticity to the underground sequence. The triple shuffle was performed by Jeff Cohen, improvised by Cohen himself. The character of Sloth was played by wrestler and football player John Metzer. The pirate shipwreck was a real wreck of the Goonies ship on the origin coast. The original ending but Spielberg insisted on a more family-friendly conclusion. The film was a moderate box office success, but gained legendary status through home video. If we talk about the cultural impact and enduring legacy, the Goonies had influenced countless movies, TV shows, and media, inspiring a new generation of adventure stories. The word meme and cultural reference. So, hey you guys, this is iconic some shuffle. Is a popular meme and costume. The phrase Goonies never say die embodies resilience. Frequently read or referenced in pop culture from Stranger Things to internet games. If we talk about influence on Indian pop, Tower inspired the 2016 TV series Goonies short-lived but nostalgic commercial influence on Stranger Things, which mimics its theme, setting, and aesthetics inspired countless adventure stories, video games, comics, and merchandise. The film's real location origin attract tourists worldwide. We have merchandise and memorabilia collected by posters and memorabilia remains highly sought after. The shipwreck site and film location are popular tourist attractions. If we talk about additional fun facts and trivia, the triple shuffle was improvised by Jeff Cohen. The shipwrecked pirate ship is real wreck on the origin coast. The film's costume and set design authentically reflect 1980s art style and pirate adventure themes. The character Oxford was inspired by real adventures and encounters. By Spielberg, the film's success helped launch careers for Josh Brolin and Corey Feldman. The original script was darker and more violent, but was softened for family audience. The tagline, the kids who find it are the kids who keep it, emphasizing themes of integrity and friendship. We talk about in-depth thematic symbolic analysis. Towards exploration and curiosity. The film celebrates the desire to explore, learn, and discover. It champions the idea that curiosity can lead to great adventure and personal growth. If we talk about resilience and optimism, despite setbacks, the kids preserve, embodying the message that Goonies never said that this resilience inspiring viewers to face their own. And if we talk about conclusion, why the Goonies remains a cultural landmark, the Goonies endures because it captures the universal magic of childhood adventure, where imagination, bravery, and heartfelt movement continues to inspire new generation, reminding us that true treasure lies in the bonds we forge and the courage to chase our dreams. If we talk about more, then let's talk about more. We talk about more the Goonies, the most exhaustive, lengthiest, and richest movie review and fact compilation in history. If we talk about introduction, an everlasting classic of childhood adventure, the Goonies is more than just a famous cultural phenomenon that has persisted for nearly 4 decades, capturing the imagination of multiple generations. It's a heartwarming, thrilling, and humorous tale of misfit kids embarking on a daring treasure hunt, discovering friendship, bravery, and themselves along the way. We talk about directed by Richard Mother. Produced by Steven Spielberg and written by Chris Columbus, the film combines adventure, comedy, suspense, and heartfelt emotions. Its influence can be seen across countless movies, TV shows, and pop culture references, establishing it as a timeless icon of childhood and adventure. If we talk about historical and cultural context, the 1980s adventure and family film boom, the cultural climate of the 1980s. The 1980s was a fertile ground for family-friendly adventure films. Spielberg's influence was profound, with movies emphasizing optimism, exploration, and relatable young heroes. If we talk about films like E.T. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Back to the Future, and Stand By Me created a cinematic universe that celebrated courage, friendship, and discovery. The Goonies fit perfectly into the landscape, encapsulating the era's themes of adventure, daring, and innocence. It appealed to children's sense of wonder while also resonating with adults who long for nostalgic memories of childhood. If we talk about the genesis and development of the film, the story originated from Steven Spielberg's childhood fascination with treasure hunting and pirate stories. Inspired by his own adventure and love of pirates, Spielberg envisioned a film about kids discovering a lost treasure. Chris Columbus was brought in to craft a screenplay that balanced humor, action, and emotional depth over multiple crafts. The script evolved into a layered narrative with iconic characters and memorable scenes. We talk about production challenges and innovation. Filming took place in 1984-85 in Astoria, Origin, utilizing authentic locations like caves, beaches, and watersheds. The production involved extensive practical effects and construction and stunt. We talk about challenges including coordinating complex sequences involving fire, falling debris, and trap mechanism. The cast, mostly young actors, faced long days and physically demanding scene, yet their performance brought vibrance and authenticity. The film visual effect relied heavily on practical techniques, miniature, and inventive camera work, creating a believable underground world and pirate ship. Like if we talk about in-depth plot and narrative breakdown, the Goonies weaves a multi-layered adventure filled with riddles, traps, humor, and emotional moment has an expanded detailed narrative. If we talk about Act 1, setting the stage. The film opens with Mike Walsh narrating stabilizing the town of Astoria and the impending threat of redevelopment that will displace the kids and their families. The Goonies are introduced as a diverse group of misfits with unique personalities. Mike's leadership, sense humor, data gadgets, mouths, shares grants rebellion, states confidence, and Andy's bravery. The kids discover a hidden treasure map in Mike's attic, believed to lead a legendary pirate. One night will snoop a treasure that promises wealth and salvation for their community. Talk about the motivation is clear. They want to find a treasure to save their homes and prove that they are heroes. If we talk about the adventurous begins, the kids set out on their quest, entering underground tunnels, pirate caves, and the sacred jungles. Data's inventive gadgets such as the cloaking device and irresistible trap help them navigate danger. A fertile family emerges as villains. Mama Fertile, her son Jake, and Francis, and their henchmen chasing after the treasure and trying to escape the law. Pitagora, the kids encounter numerous traps, riddles, and puzzles set by pirate centuries ago, which they must decipher to progress. The Watson's confession scene where he admits to his to-be tendencies and deep fears, provide calming relief and emotional depth. Sloth's introduction, giant misunderstood by socially who becomes an unlikely ally after act of kindness. The climax and resolution, the kids reaches the treasure vault filled with gold, jewels, and pirate artifact, only to face the fertile in a tense showdown. We talk about a daring chase ensues through collapsing tunnels and onto the pirate shipwreck, emphasizing teamwork and bravery. The treasure is used to help savor their town, and bonds of friendship are reaffirmed. The film concludes with children celebrating their victory, reaffirming that friendship not riches is the real treasure. Let's deep dive into characters and actor profile. Mike Walsh, seen Astin, the optimistic, brave leader who believes in adventure and friendship. His perseverance and hope drive the story. Mike's character growth involves trusting others and embarrassing heroism, showing that leadership is about the heart. And if you talk about Chunk, Jeff Cohen, the comic relief with a big heart, famous for his truffle, his honest confession and coming time to provide levity. If if we talk about Chang's emotional arc, admitting fears and flaws, resonate deeply with the audience. If we talk about Data, Jonathan Kekwen, the ingenious inventor whose gadgets help the group escape pain. His creativity and problem-solving skills make him a hero. Data's storyline emphasizes that intelligence and resourcefulness are powerful. If we talk about Mouth, Corey Feldman, the quick, heated, Spanish-speaking member, often sarcastic but caring. His humor and bravado adds spice to the group dynamic. His character learns the importance of loyalty and humanity. Talk about Brian. Josh Brolin, the older brother, initially rebellious and unsure of himself. Over the course of the adventure, he proves courage and defend his arc, symbolizing growth from self-doubt to heroism. We talk about Andy Carey Green, the brave, resourceful girl who defied the state IFC, demonstrate that courage and intelligence are not gender specific. A relationship with Mike adds emotional depth. We talk about Steve Martin of Plimpton, the sexy, confident girl with a sharp wit. She provides humor and strength to develop a close friendship and handy supporting each other. And if we talk about Ma Fritel, we talk about Indian message export. Let's talk about friendship and loyalty. The core message is that true friendship supports, sustain, and triumphs over adversity. If we talk about bravery, courage, facing fear, and taking risks to achieve great things. If we talk about curiosity and discovery, the importance of exploration and learning. Perseverance and resilience, overcoming setbacks with hope and persistence. Family and community standing up for loved ones and fighting to preserve one's home. We talk about memorable scene and iconic moments. If we talk about Chang's truffle shuffle dancing, mirrors and iconic scene symbolizing Chang's loyalty. The pirate shipwreck chase, the climax filled with tension, adventure and escapes, lost friendship scene. Artisan movement demonstrating kindness and acceptance. pirate riddles and clues, the clever puzzle that challenges the Kershmit's treasure vault reveal the culmination of their past filled with glittering gold. Terrorism or reveal the culmination of their past filled with glittering gold. Final escape and collapse the frantic race from danger, emphasizing teamwork, celebratory ending, the kids' victory dance, reaffirming friendships' importance. If we talk about music and soundscape, while the Goonies isn't a musical, the soundtrack and score significantly high-end. The emotional impact, the score by Dave Gleason underscore tension, adventure, and emotional beats. The 180 pop track evoke nostalgia and energy. The song Goonies are good enough by Cindy Looper became an anthem capturing youthful exhilaration. It was cinematic techniques and visual style, practical effect, miniature and real location blend authenticity. We talk about creative camera angles and lighting emphasize mystery and danger. If we talk about underground tunnels, pirate ship and cave environment were constructed meticulously for immersive realism. Use of quick montage sequence, high intention during chase scenes and traps. If we talk about behind the scene and drivers, Spielberg's personal involvement plans, many creative decisions, the real case in origin added authenticity to underground sequence. Jeff Cohen improvised songs, shuffle. The pirate shipwreck scene was shot on a real wreck called the Ship of Origins Post. The film's darker original ending was softened for family audiences. Spielberg's resistance. The film was a modest box office success but gained legendary status through a home video and cable broadcast. Many cast members formed lifelong friendship during filming, and we talk about personal impact and enduring legacy. The Goonies has become a cultural icon, inspiring countless homages and friends. Talk about memes and quotes. Slows high, you guys. Goonies never said I songs shuffle. If we talk about influence on media, inspired Stranger Things, Super 8, and other adventure narratives. If we talk about tourism and landmarks, the Orient, Coast, Shipwreck, and Caves are popular tourist destinations. The highly soft after memorabilia post and memorabilia. We talk about fandom and convention. Selection of fans celebrated film made convention and events. So it was a review of this movie. I hope you like it, you enjoy it. And, thank you for watching. Goodbye.